Okay, now that we know the difference between 3D and 2D shapes, we can talk about volume, which is the amount of 3D space an object takes up. So here's that definition right here. So another way to think of this is to look at this box and to say, how much does this box hold? So you can see here you have a length, a width, and a height. So that's indeed a 3D shape. And if you look over here, let me move my face. If you look over here, you can see that this same box is built using single cubes. So that's going to be the way that we're going to be measuring volume, because we're going to be measuring rectangular prisms, and we're determining the volume by packing those prisms up with unit cubes. So how much does this box hold? It holds 36 unit cubes. That means the volume is 36 cubic units. So I just want to show you this tool, which is really cool. So if you look at our prism, we have a length of 3, a width of 4, and a height of 2. So I'm going to start with my length of 3. I'm going to go ahead and add my width of 4, and I'm just putting these unit cubes together. Now I got to fill in all of this space. Oops. And what I've basically done after I've done this is I've made the bottom layer of my prism. And if I go back to my prism, I'm going to say, okay, my height is 2. So here's the bottom layer. So all I have to do in order to make that prism myself is to make an exact copy of that bottom layer, because my height is 2. And I've got to fill in all the spaces. There we go. So if my height was 3 or 4, I would just keep adding layers to this prism. So this is a prism with a volume of 36 unit cubes, because I've used 36 cubes in order to make this. Here is a Rubik's Cube. Now, a Rubik's Cube is a really good example of volume because it's made up of a bunch of tiny unit cubes, what we use in order to measure volume, or one way we use to measure volume. So if you look at this, how many of these single cubes, if I were to count all of these cubes, how many make up the whole Rubik's Cube? And I could just count all of the cubes that I see, which I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, it must be 19, but there are a lot of cubes that you don't see, cubes that are hidden here. So if you use your dimensions, we got 3 cubes here as a length, 3 cubes here as a width, and 3 cubes here as a height. You know that our bottom layer has to be made up of 9 cubes. So I can show you what that's going to look like. I can make a Rubik's Cube here and show you all of the cubes that we don't see. So here's the bottom layer of a Rubik's Cube. Now if I go back, if I made the bottom layer, I have a height of 3. So that means I have 3 layers. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I have 3 layers of 9 cubes in order to make my Rubik's Cube. So think in your head, how many is that going to be? I bet you already know before I make it. Go ahead and drag that into the box. And then you can move to the next slide to reveal the answer. Use all this information to help you with the rest of the slides on this assignment. And always please reach out, email me or Miss West or Miss Vo or Miss Dom if you have any questions. Hope you have a great week.